let there be light. You ready for this? Bam! This is seriously like a showroom. This is awesome. It pulls out the floor. Everything is like the perfect color you would expect it to. Welcome back, guys. This is another day in F-Line Garage, and this is part 2 of the garage makeover. Part 1 was getting this awesome garage floor done, the polyacrylic polyaspartic. If you haven't seen that yet and you're interested in trying to get a bulletproof garage flooring that's full flake, I highly recommend you go back and watch part 1 of this series. I also put in some gladiator shelves, kind of organized my detailing stuff. I'm getting there. It's a slow progression, but today is lighting. I already started. I need to finish, and I went with 4 8-foot LED lights. In total, it should put out about 14,300 lumens, which is just, as you could probably tell, is already ridiculously awesome. I tried doing this myself. The wiring, it's not hard, except with the 8-foot sections and trying to clip it to the ceiling, I needed help. So I recruited my dad. He lives just across the street a little bit, and him and I have been able to put these up. Again, not hard at all. I already had three ceiling lights, and they only had 3. Each one had one 60-watt bulb. So now I'm going from 3 60-watt bulbs to 14,300 lumens. This just is incredibly awesome. The Kelvin of these is 6,000 Kelvin. And I did some research. Woo! This is 6,000 Kelvin. I did some research and realized that for detailing cars, this really brings out some of the best light. I have a scan grip up there which I can change kind of the hue, the Kelvin, the color, the intensity, which is great for different color cars from white to black. But really for your all around, this has just been amazing. So what I did was, I do have a 3-stall garage, only one big door, but I put one 8-foot here, I put 2 here. I did install a fan because it is ridiculously hot in the summer, and the next 8-foot section is going to go right in front of the air handler there. How we're going to do that is run the piping across the ceiling into it. You can kind of see a little bit of the wire hanging out there. If you can see that, it's hard to see, but we're just going to wire that in. And really, this has been outstanding. I'm really excited to show you guys the final result of this. But this is just step 2, and I really want to get this garage to a point where it's super fun to be in, super bright, and I can see what I'm doing, shoot better video, and just really have a spot that I like being in. So this is going to be part 2. I'm going to finish up the rest of these lights today, and I'll show you the end result, but it's already just a huge game changer. And I'll put a link down below of the exact lights I got. I got them off Amazon. I think they were like 250 bucks. So not the cheapest, but I have found through my years that you get what you pay for. And this was worth it to me. And I always want good light, and I'm always having drop lights and spotlights everywhere. I'm hoping that this will eliminate a little bit of that. And LEDs don't put off a lot of heat, if any at all, so that'll definitely help with this climate that we live in. So hang on till I can finish this, and I'll show you guys the end result. So it's clearly not the same night because I've changed. I look slightly different, obviously, but I did finish up the lights, and it is amazing. Let there be light. You ready for this? Okay, so it's daylight, but bam! Oh yeah. This is seriously like a showroom. This is awesome. It pulls out the floor. everything is like the perfect color you would expect it to. I do have one clarification. Earlier I said that these were, I believe I said 6,000 Kelvin. It is actually 5,000 Kelvin. So I just want to clear that up. I will put the exact link of the ones I picked and installed in the description below. If you have questions, comments, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to explain how I wired these up. Let me explain too. So I know I showed this before, but I have one 8-foot section on the far side. I linked two together through the junction box there, and I have the fourth over there, and I did put in a fan. But the proper way to install this would to have been to go either one, go into the attic, rip up the flooring up there, take wiring, electrical, and put a junction box over there. I didn't feel like doing that and climbing into the attic. So what I did was I pigtailed off the wiring here, and I ran conduit all the way to that light. And I'll eventually paint this white just to kind of blend in. Oh, wow, this is great. Seriously love it. 14,300 lumens, 5,000 Kelvin. And I mean, it pulls out, unfortunately or fortunately, depending, it's pulling out a lot of the imperfections in the paint. This has supposedly been paint corrected. I don't know if you guys can see that. Been paint corrected and ceramic coated, but there's a lot of scratches here. See if yeah, you can kind of see them here. But this is why I got this color light and this intensity, so that I can see the imperfections in a paint and paint correct it the proper way to get it to, I'll probably have to do a 2-stage on this depending on the paint thickness. But yeah, this is great. This is exactly what I was hoping for. You really can't go wrong. This is, I feel like I'm in a showroom, which is awesome. And guys, I'm only getting excited about lights. This is sweet. I was gonna go with 8-footers for like 28,600 lumen. I'm so glad I didn't. I'd probably get sunburned. So with these LED lights, they're quiet, they don't put out heat. It's great. So I'll leave the link down below. Amazon Prime, I think it was $250. Get yourself some. I'm no expert or an electrician. Super easy. I do recommend getting some help just because they are kind of unwieldy with how big they are. And I chose to clip them to the ceiling instead of dangle them by a chain. You have both options. So there's just no way one person could do this and handle like an 8-foot section by themselves. It's not hard. Either Google it, YouTube it, leave a comment below if you have questions about these. I so far recommend these 110%. This is great. So I hope you found this valuable. Got some really cool things coming up, working on the car. So I'll catch you guys next time.